After our anniversary dinner, my wife stood up, zipped her dress, and said with a smirk, "Dinner was sweet. Now I'm going to enjoy something for me." I stood up too and warned her, "You're not walking out that door." She turned cold in a second. "Try to stop me and I'll ruin your life," she hissed. "One call and you'll be in cuffs. Go ahead, try me." Then she slammed the door in my face and disappeared into the night. The next morning, I woke up to 156 missed calls from someone named Herwin. My wife had gone out, and the truth came crashing down. She wasn't just stepping out for air. She was meeting her boyfriend. Yes, you heard that right. She looked me straight in the face after dinner and said, "This was fun. Now I'm off on a real date, with someone who actually excites me." I'd paid for dinner. She'd paid me back with betrayal. She wiped her mouth, gave me a look colder than ice, and strutted away without a single glance back. The waiter dropped the bill on our table, and she didn't even blink. That's all I ever was to her. A meal ticket, a place to live, a doormat. As she leaned in, her perfume hit me like a wave. "Don't wait up, Kyle," she whispered. "You're not interesting enough to stay home for." And just like that, she was gone, heels tapping like a drum roll for the storm she was walking into. I knew the name Jake. She always said he was just a friend from work. But the signs had been piling up for months. Strange hotel receipts, check-ins at the gym late at night, hidden tags from lingerie stashed in her glove box. So when the waiter returned, I handed him 100 and told him quietly, "Watch her tonight. She'll regret every bite." He looked puzzled, but I didn't stick around to explain. I simply walked out. Outside, I rang Marcus, my lawyer. He'd been on standby ever since I'd discovered her burner phone taped under the bathroom sink. This dinner? It wasn't a celebration. It was the final test. And she failed spectacularly. I didn't drive home. I messaged her mother, her boss, and even Jake's wife. Yeah, he wasn't single either. As she laughed over cocktails somewhere, talking about her new man, her world was already catching fire. She had no clue the flames were coming. While she thought she'd leveled up, Jake's phone buzzed at their table. He glanced at the screen, then froze. "Who's Laura?" he asked, voice sharp. Emma gave her usual sugar-coated smirk. "Just spam," she said. But his screen told the truth. Photos of them kissing outside my house, screenshots of her texts bragging about how she was using him to feel alive. And then Laura's final message. "You deserve each other. Divorce papers are on the way." Jake stood without a word, chair scraping back. He left her there, bill unpaid, illusions shattered. Meanwhile, back home, I wasn't alone anymore. Marcus sat at the counter, legal documents spread out like a blueprint for dismantling everything she thought she controlled. "She's going to lose everything," he said. "The house, the money, even emotional damages." I didn't smile. There was nothing joyful about removing rot. Just necessary. Then, half an hour later, her key scratched at the door. She stumbled in, heels in hand, hair wild. Alone. No Jake in sight. She probably assumed she'd slip into bed next to the same quiet man she always took for granted. But instead, she found me waiting. Marcus stood behind me, silent. Her smile faltered fast. "What's this? Why is he here? Can we talk tomorrow?" "I'm exhausted," she mumbled. I slid a folder across the coffee table. She turned pale. No shouting. No begging. Just calm proof. "Pack your things," I said. "You're not staying here tonight." She shook her head, voice trembling. "You can't do this." "You did this," I replied. She turned to Marcus, silently pleading. But his face was firm. "You made a choice," he said. "And this is the result." He tapped the document. "Infidelity. Fraud. Deception. Sign it." She looked at the bedroom door, as if she might run to the past. For a second, I thought she might plead for forgiveness. But then she lunged for my phone. Her thumbs raced across the screen. "What do you think you're doing?" I asked. "I'm moving what's mine before you freeze it." Marcus chuckled, sharp and cold. "Too late. Everything's locked. What you came with. That's all you're leaving with." Emma's hand shook. I gently took the phone from her. "It's over." She stood up, her voice rising. "Where am I supposed to go? Jake won't answer. My mom shut the door on me. You can't do this. Oh, but I could. And I did. I thought of all those nights I ate dinner alone. The lies. The burner phone hidden like a snake in the bathroom. You said you wanted freedom. I told her. Now you've got it. Marcus handed her the small bag we'd packed. She made one last move, wrapping her arms around me like she used to when she needed something. You'll miss me, she whispered. You won't last without me. I took a step back. Smiled. What's to miss? She left, dragging her suitcase like a weight, makeup ruined, the door closing behind her like a chapter ending. But that wasn't the end. She lingered on the porch, probably hoping I'd come after her. That I'd beg her to come back, like old times. But the lock clicked, and the house was still. I watched from upstairs as she paced. Tried Jake. No answer. Tried her mom. No answer. Even her best friend ignored her. Turns out gossip moves fast when you set fire to your own life. Marcus packed up the last of the papers. She'll try to come back, he said. They always do. I didn't respond. Just stood still, listening to a house breathe peacefully for the first time in years. No fake laughter. No whispering lies. Just silence. An hour later, my phone buzzed. A message from Emma. Can we talk? Please. I'll come back. I'll do anything. I didn't reply. Instead, I opened the security camera app and pulled the final proof. The night she snuck Jake into our home while I was away. Hands all over each other. Wine glasses. Clothes scattered across the living room floor. I sent it to her mom, to Jake's wife, to my lawyer, and finally to her. 10 minutes later, she called. I let it ring. Then another message. I messed up. Please. I don't want to lose everything. But she already had. She lost it the moment she called me boring and walked out. I turned off my phone and leaned back. Across from me sat the painting she always mocked me for never finishing. Maybe she was right back then. But tonight I picked up the brush. I wasn't looking at a broken life. I was starting something new. Outside, she was still on the porch. Pacing. Waiting. Hope clinging to her like rain. But I had peace again. I knew the next few days would tear her apart. Frozen accounts, ghosted by friends, Jake's wife filing for divorce. And while she thought this was my revenge, she didn't realize this was just my beginning. Tomorrow, the world would meet the man I really was. The sunlight poured in the next morning. No cheap perfume clinging to my pillow. No whispered lies echoing through the walls. Just quiet. The kind that heals. I powered up my phone. Hundreds of missed calls and messages from her. Even Jake's wife sent one, thank you. Funny how betrayal connects strangers more than trust ever did. I poured coffee. No lipstick smears on the mug this time. I opened my laptop. The business idea Emma had laughed at, your silly little project, was finally ready. I'd built it in secret, night after night, while she was out with him. I hit publish. Orders started flying in. 1,000. Then 2,000. While her messages kept pouring in, please Kyle. I'm sorry. Let's talk. I'll explain. I didn't respond. I wasn't doing anything to her. She did this. I was just becoming the man she thought I couldn't be. By noon the doorbell rang. There she was. Hair tied back. Same coat she once mocked me for buying. Makeup running, eyes swollen. Bag on the porch. I didn't open the door. I didn't need to. I picked up my phone and recorded her, proof that sometimes, trash takes itself out. She knocked again. Softer. Kyle, please. I'm scared. I have nowhere to go. Just then, another alert buzzed on my screen. Congratulations. $250,000 raised. I almost smiled. If she hadn't betrayed me, I might still be the man she walked over. The man who stayed silent. She rested her head on the door. Whispered something. Maybe my name. Maybe a lie. I didn't care. I closed the blinds. Poured another coffee. Sat back down at my desk. And smiled. Because the best revenge isn't yelling. It's not begging. It's not proving anything. The best revenge is when they realize you never needed them. And you never will.